experience and exposure are words that mean differently to different people. They are used interchangeably in most instances, but they hold their own definitions. No two people will have the same meaning for the same word, but even then, we will all think we mean the same thing. Perspective. Each choice you will make will shape your perspective towards life. Each choice. It already has in many ways, but from this point onwards, the impact will be much more. Each experience and opportunity for exposure will alter your perspective towards what you understand about yourself. Sitting here is one of those examples. What I will be speaking to you about today will push you to think a certain manner, certain way, which is why I thought let's speak about perspective itself. We all have too many options to see and listen to. There's a lot of content available. There are a lot of perspectives available. There's an influx of information and not enough filters. First things first, think for a moment the difference between the words perspective and perception. The main difference between the words are that perception is what you understand of a certain situation, and perspective is the lens through which you view yourself in the world. Both these things impact each other and are not isolated. So that's very important to understand that they're not, it's not as if they're not dependent on each other. There's a lot of dependency, and that dependency is what I'm trying to kind of make you understand here. Perceptions can be given to you, sometimes in the form of ads, news, trending hashtags, viral videos, and so on. By seeing and hearing things, you make your mind, you start perceiving things in a certain manner. If, let's say, a hashtag World Cup is trending on Twitter, you conclude that everyone is watching it. Although only those who enjoy the sports are following it. Might be a few hundred. Yes, the reach of the sport can be far and wide. But the perception you're buying into is made by a handful of people. It takes less than 20 people literally sitting behind a screen to make a hashtag trend. It takes less than 20 people to form a perception in your mind. Isn't that funny? Now, how is it different than your perspective? And how does one even begin to find it? Perspective is shaped by multiple elements, I'd say. The following that I can maybe share with you is a list that can help you get started. Number one, for example, in this day and age, content. What you see, hear, and read is important. This content will put ideas into your mind and inevitably change your outlook towards life. The question here to ask is, do I need to know this? Why am I listening to this? So one angle is this. Think about it. Number two, values. You can derive them from your home, religion, culture. This is your basic understanding of right and wrong. Let's keep that in mind. Faith, number three. Very interesting. Faith, most important and very interesting. This is a bigger conversation than religion. Faith is a connection you have with your Creator, and it needs investment day after day. As they say, day in, day out. If you are envious, negative, spiteful, ungrateful, excessively complaining in life, you lack faith. Not wanting to offend your Creator is faith. Whether or not your perspective towards life is glass is half full or half empty is determined by the choice you made against the above mentioned questions. These three things are the filter of your life. Each time you open an app to aimlessly scroll down or scroll through, just run that piece of content through the above questions. Questions I asked you. Run them through those filters. More often than not, you will stop at the first question yourself. Do you even need to know this? If you don't stop after the first point, come to the second. Do your values allow you to watch or hear something like this? And will you participate in something like this? Can you watch this in front of your family? Big question. If you don't stop even then, come to the third question. Can you defend this in front of your God? Remember, when no one is watching, someone always is. Remember, thoughts, words, actions. So I ask, what will you choose not to know today, tomorrow, and forever? Remember, the best thing to know is to know what not to know. I thank you. I hope this was useful.